Let's talk about Security Access Service Edge. In this video, I'll go over what it is and why you should know about it, why it's important. Imagine it's way back in 2019 and cloud computing has really taken off and has been since the early 2010s. But remote working is still, moving up. It's still on the up, but businesses very much still have physical data centers and mostly everyone's still using a VPN, which is also true today. So in 2019, that's when Gartner, a leading research and advisory company based at the US, introduced the concept of SASE. And they predicted that in 2024, so next year, at least 40% of enterprises will have explicit strategies to adopt SASE. And with the increase of remote working due to COVID-19, these SASE solutions are now very much on the rise. So let's get into the definition. What exactly is SASE? It's basically a network architecture that combines SD-WAN capabilities with networking and security functions into a single cloud-native model. You might have also heard the term SSE, which is SASE, but with the A removed, and the A stands for access. So SSE is SASE without the SD-WAN capability. Other than that, it's exactly the same. It still has these security and networking functions that are put together into a single cloud native model. And the key terms here are single and cloud native. So the idea behind SASE or SSE is to deliver these security and networking services as close to the user as possible, no matter where they're located. A user will no longer have to communicate with a data center to access company resources that are maybe hundreds or thousands of miles away. So imagine you're at your favorite cafe, working away on your laptop, or maybe you're at home in your kitchen. Before COVID came along, this was really a fantasy for most people. But since 2019, this has really become the modern office. Employees, want to work where they feel the most comfortable, and that's where they are working. In this situation, this really is where SASE flexes its muscles. So no matter where you are, SASE can protect you. SASE will treat all your networking traffic, whether it's from a data center or a company office or the cloud, at home or in a cafe. It treats everything consistently. And this means that every packet of data passing through your network is subjected to the same security policies and controls. These SASE solutions act as kind of like a bubble that travels around with you and your device to help secure your device anywhere you are. And it doesn't just provide a sort of blanket layer of protection either. It's smart, it's adaptable, and it is contextual. So it can tailor its security measures based on who you are, what you're trying to access, and what device you're using. So say if I'm a CEO, I'm trying to access sensitive financial data from a public Wi-Fi. My SASE solution can recognize the higher risk associated with public network and the sensitive document I'm trying to access, and even the inherent risk I have of being a CEO. Security measures can ramp up accordingly. And this is different than if I was maybe a graphic designer working on marketing material and just trying to upload it to a website. You don't need the same level of security in these two situations. SASE also really shines when it comes to business efficiency and scalability. So it reduces the complexity of a business's network and security environment by consolidating all the network and security functions into one system. And that doesn't just simplify management. It usually results in lower cost. Businesses no longer need to purchase and implement and maintain separate products for different functions. And with SASE being cloud native, it removes the reliance on physical hardware as well. This isn't something a business needs to purchase and host themselves. So you can save capital, the business can save capital on replacing and managing on-premise equipment as well. Again, because SASE is cloud native, new instances, new services can be easily added or removed. And this is really great for companies experiencing or planning to experience rapid growth, or certain types of companies that have a fluctuating user or device number. New locations or an influx of hires can be dealt with almost immediately. SASE can adapt very quickly to an increase of throughput. And again, because it's cloud native, scaling is very cost effective. More importantly, SASE providers usually have a global compute presence with POPs all around the world, and this allows a modern business to really expand their business globally without having to worry about setting up their own infrastructure or even adhering to all the local laws. This is all done for you. And with that comes a great user experience. As I said before, users no longer have to connect hundreds or thousands of miles away to get to company resources. The processing can be done in the POP closest to the user. So looking forward, I think it's clear that SASE is not just a fad, it's really a fundamental shift in how we think about providing network and security. In my opinion, as businesses continue to embrace digital transformation, the SASE model is likely to become more and more prevalent. However, it is important to note that SASE is not just a product. It's not something you can just buy. Different providers, as you can see on the screen, these are all SASE providers or SSE providers. They all offer a slightly different product. SASE itself is more of a framework or a blueprint for integrating network and security services, but the specific implementation of these solutions can vary from vendor to vendor, and depending on your business needs, you might choose one over the other. For example, NetScaler shares public IPs among users, while iBoss is containerized, so each user has a specific public IP. And if something like this is important to you, you would choose one over the other. As always, if you have any questions or would just like to discuss anything further, my email is in the description below. Thank you for watching.